those videos of the Harley-Davidson badass image, it's really just there to sell motorcycles. I'm sorry to break it to you. Hey guys, this is Dan with Gears and Gadgets. Thanks for tuning in. So I'm coming to you guys with my fourth motovlogging for Movember video, which as I'm doing here is a fundraiser. You'll see down below. Movember is a charity that focuses on men's mental health, suicide awareness, testicular cancer, and prostate cancer. As you see, I'm trying to raise as much money as I can in November. Today is one of those days that's pretty tough on me here schedule-wise, but I'm going to make it happen. So, this video today, I want to talk about, well, the video that I did a couple weeks ago on the Million Dollar Bogan situation. 500 subscribers came onto the channel here. Thank you guys very much. I really appreciate it. And basically just me talking about Harley-Davidson's response to some Million Dollar Bogan content. I also then did another video about what I perceive to be a good solution to that issue, which is an ambassador program with Harley-Davidson, where kind of everybody potentially could win in that type of scenario. So recently, as of I think this weekend, I saw a video Shadetree Surgeon put out, and it really made me appreciate kind of a different, similar but different mindset, which was that of Shadetree Surgeon. And one of the things that kind of made me want to come back to this was his point about, if you watch the commercials from back in the 70s, hate to break it to you, but those videos of the Harley-Davidson badass image, it's really just there to sell motorcycles. I'm sorry to break it to you. He's absolutely right. You know, it's kind of funny because some of the stuff you see people complaining about in this whole conversation is that Harley-Davidson is, you know, the badass image and is now starting to go soft on that image. And Shadetree's point to that is, hey, hate to break it to you, but that badass image was also there just to sell motorcycles. So, you know, we're all guilty of corporate influence, I guess you'd say. So when I heard that take on it, I thought, well, that is interesting. However, to me, it doesn't really change my opinion that based on what we know, which again is subject to more information. I wish that Harley-Davidson would come out and sort of clarify their position about what they took objection to. But my genuine point and concern was more or less a big corporation reaching out to an independent content creator and trying to leverage some sort of position over that independent content creator, not so much their objection to it. I really have no problem with them objecting to Million Dollar Bogan's content, my content. You know, that's fine. Harley has every ability in the world to come out at some point if there was some sort of flare-up of social discontent around somebody's content to say, he's not our content creator, we don't condone what he says, and we are asking that he no longer film in our dealerships because we take exception to that issue. They of course can handle things as they want, but I think that's where a lot of people, in my opinion, took exception. Man, this sunset behind my head with this GoPro Hero 9 shooting at me is pretty epic. Just happens to be the way that the frame shots work on my way home. But in my opinion, again, it just comes down to corporations overstepping their bounds, not so much the fact that they have bounds. I'm okay with that. As Shadetree says, corporations can kind of pick and choose which way they go, you know, blow with the breeze, whatever way sells the most amount of product for them in their perception of what is going to execute on that goal. So back to the Million Dollar Bogan thing. As I understand it, I went back and kind of looked at some of the content. It really didn't have anything to do with, from what I can tell, him saying anything bad about the traction control kicking in too early, RDRS. People kind of alluded to the fact that maybe Harley took exception to them showing how to modify that bike, but that video is still up. So in my opinion, based on what Million Dollar Bogan said, he removed all the videos that Harley took exception to protect his friends over at Geelong Harley-Davidson, and that video is still up. So it doesn't seem like Harley took exception to the modification video as much as it was the videos where there were some jokes that maybe Harley took exception to social acceptability wise. So it's all kind of guessing at this point, which sucks, because again, it would be nice if we had more information, but we just don't. What I will say is pretty amazing is how much that content resonated with everybody on YouTube. There was a real big rallying around the YouTube community, and for that I'm actually really proud that it seems like everybody kind of sticks up for one another. We are, again, just a community of independent content creators. It was just nice to see everybody kind of jump on board and really just defend the community, because it's not just a matter of, you know, Blockhead's viewers being Blockhead viewers, Shadetree's army, and you know, Million Dollar Bogan's audience being just, they're not all independent audiences. There's obviously a ton of overlap there between the audiences, so it becomes one giant community in and of itself, and you know, we all have either this much or this much of that audience. So it's pretty cool to see. It made me kind of proud, and I have no problem with the differing opinions, similar to, you know, Shadetree took a little bit more of a, you know, sorry guys, corporate America is corporate America, and they just kind of blow with the breeze, and if you're surprised by that, you know, I'm not going to jump on board that bandwagon. However, I do support Million Dollar Bogan, and you know, you can do both. I get it. I totally understand where he was coming from, and appreciate his entire take on it. And one thing I will say for sure is that as their audiences get larger on YouTube, the things you say, you know, everybody's free speech does not come free of consequences. So the fact that you know, some of these larger content creators jumped on and said anything, you know, there are some repercussions that they potentially could have as well. So I'm not blind to that. I do understand, being, I guess, a mediocre sized channel, how some of those considerations do start to kind of weigh in as you grow. So I appreciate Shadetree weighing in on the bigger topic at hand. I understand why some of the other larger content creators would prefer to kind of stay away from it. I totally get it. I understand, and I appreciate everybody's opinions regardless of where they fall. So with that being said, guys, again, Movember, I am trying to raise as much money as I possibly can. Link down below. Donate $1, $5, $10, $1 million, whatever you can. I appreciate it. Right now we're at about $100, and I'm happy where we're at. So anything we go above and beyond that, you know, right now I have a goal set to $2,500. Let's see how much we can push that up. I am going to continue on this video a day. It is not going to be easy. It's already found some struggles. I'm trying my best to streamline the production aspect of this, so that when I get home I'm not just staying in the studio and also missing out on valuable and irreplaceable family time. So I'm doing my best to make it happen. A video a day is a lot of work, and we are only on video number 4. So we will see how this month shapes up. But I am hell-bent on making this thing happen. I said that I'll do 30 videos in a row, and you guys can judge me at the end of this if I did or didn't do it. So with that being said, guys, again, if this is your first time tuning in, please hit that subscribe button down below. Remember, likes go a long way to help support the channel, and I will see you guys tomorrow.